Hey, alright, this is going to be a DVD and Blu-ray update. Got a mixed bag of stuff here. First, I'm just going to give a quick shout out to two people watching the videos recently. I think they deserve a lot more subs. First up is Touch of Film. Really like this guy's videos. He's got a great collection of Asian cinema, particularly Korean and Hong Kong. Great additions as well. He's a good guy as well, so go show him some love. And the other one, who's got a fantastic name, Jambo Shango and the Randy Moles movie show. I hope I got that right. I think I have. Yeah. This guy's just very new to kind of community, so go show him some love as well. Like, if I can throw any subs his way, it'd be really appreciated. You know, he get some good stuff. So yeah, definitely go show Touch of Film and Jambo Shango some appreciation. Right, first up, some DVDs. First one I got from Network, very cheap. Dark Angel, Peter O'Toole. It's based on Uncle Silas by Sheridan Le Fanu, which I've read. I haven't seen this adaptation of it. It also stars Guy Rolfe as well from Dolls. He's brilliant in that. And yeah, if it's anything like the story, I like Sheridan Le Fanu's work. Shark and the Painter is incredible. Right, next up, picked up a Western, Yellowstone Kelly. Real good Western this, I really enjoyed this one. Clint Walker, big dude, memorable for Night of the Grizzly, where he fights Leo Gordon. Big dude, he'd been perfect for like a 60s Superman. Really like Clint Walker, I like his stuff. Yellowstone Kelly, some Warner Archive. Next up, and the last of the DVDs, Hong Kong film called Invincible. Absolutely brilliant. Guy flees Hong Kong, the mob are after him. Beardy, Liu Yang is after him. He's like the main mobster. Flees to France, joins the Foreign Legion. Billy Blanks is part of the Foreign Legion, who proceeds to rape one of his mates. It all culminates in just brilliant action. The finale is one of the best I've seen in years. It's absolutely amazing, bloodletting, just brilliant violence, brilliant action. It's what Hong Kong's all about. It's brilliant. It's truly brilliant. Invincible. Yeah, and first up, the Blu-rays. It's the Ray Harryhausen collection I got from Australia. I got the Seven Voyages Sinbad, Golden Voyages Sinbad, Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger, Jason the Argonauts. They all stand out as Jason the Argonauts, but the Sinbad films are great fun. You know, all three films have got a great showdown between two monsters. First Sinbad has the has a giant. Oh god, it's not a dragon. I can't think what fights the Minotaur. The design of the not the Minotaur, Cyclops. Second one, which is one of my favourites, actually, I really enjoy it. That's got the fight between Griffin and a one-eyed centaur. Tom Baker hamstringing the Griffin to having the centaur win. The other one's got a troglodyte against a saber-toothed tiger. So it's got the giant walrus in that as well. That's really good. They're just great films. I love them. Picked up The Omen. Got the first Omen. Omen 3 is okay. It's good for Sam Neill's performance, if nothing else. Omen 2 is a classic though. Omen 2, William Holden's in it. Plays the brother Gregory Peck from the first film. I think it's his brother. Yeah, I'm sure it is. There's some great set piece deaths in it. It's just a great one. It's a really good film. The second film, Dr. Terror's House of Horrors, horror anthology from Amicus. No more horror anthologies. Some stories on this are probably weaker than others. I think probably the weakest one for me is the Roy Castle one with the voodoo thing. The 60s, anyway, kind of some 60s horrors had a kind of a thing for like voodoo. Christopher Lee's one with the hand, the vampire, Sutherland. Who's that? Neil McCall. He's got the werewolf one, and Freeman's got the plants going outside his house, and it's just really, you know, Peter Cushing as well. It's just marvellous in it. It's a good film, and the steelbook's absolutely lush. It's absolutely fantastic. I need to really appreciate that. I haven't watched it since the old Amicus box set released from Anchor Bay. Hands of the Ripper. Just trying to pick up some more kind of Hammer stuff. This one's not bad. It's not great. This one, however, this is a classic, absolutely piled of extras. The Mummy, really good film. Really like this one. The extras is just like with the Draculas as well. It's just full to capacity. It's a great release. It's a great one. Really good one. Right, I picked up this from France. It's a 2-disc, 2 Blu-ray set. We've got Dracula Has Risen from the Grave and Taste the Blood of Dracula. Dracula Risen from the Grave is pretty good. In the sort of they don't have a Van Helsing, so they got Andrew Keir playing a monk who's after Dracula. Taste the Blood of Dracula is really good. You got Ralph Bates in. Now Ralph Bates, I've got to use him with kind of too much of Ralph kind of like spoils the pot for me anyway, but he's really good in this. He's leading a cult to resurrect Dracula, and it's pretty good. The ending I remember being a bit naffo, but yeah, they're not as bad as both better than Scars of Dracula. Scars of Dracula is really bad apart from the ending. Right, I picked up some Eureka classics. Had this film on DVD. It's a great film, a real favourite of mine. 70s horror. The other, not a massive fan of the cover art. I really like the old DVD cover art where he's standing with the shadow of his twin brother. It says on the back here, keeps you guessing right up to the shocking finale, and the finale is shocking. At the Twilight Time. Yes, I think Twilight Time released this. I sold it. I sold whatever. Yeah, I'm sure it was Twilight Time. Yeah, this is a great film. It's a great film. I watched it on Halloween about, oh God, I don't know how many years ago now, but it's a really good one. We've got Anton Diffring, Christopher Lee in The Man Who Could Cheat Death. Haven't seen this one yet. Love that cover art though. Really, really good. We have, directed by Samuel Fuller, Pick Up on South Street. I think I might put this on tonight actually. Richard Widmark, who I love Widmark. I think he's so underrated. Really good actor. Really like his roles. Absolute classic here. Cabinet Dr. Caligari. Great film. I had this, oh God, the first time I had this, just the most shittiest VHS imaginable. Just wonderful German expressionism. It's just brilliant. It's just a classic. The imagery in this film, just astounding. One of my real favourites of mine. I love Charles Laughton. It's directed by Leo McCarey. It's a Ruggles of Red Gap. Charles Laughton plays a butler, and his boss loses him in a card game to an American, and he has to go over there and what's his name, the guy who plays the American? I think he's fantastic, and he has to go over with him and learn the ways of being American as an English butler. Just a great film. I mean, when Charles Laughton recites the Gettysburg Address in this, it's just such an amazing actor. Some of the rumours about Charles Laughton by some little degenerate, I can't even remember his name, just insulting to the man's memory. I won't even go into it. It's not even worth talking about. Just this is degenerate trying to get a name for himself. And last but not least is Stalag 17. Had this, but I had to buy it again. I love the cover art on this. One of William Holden's best performances. This film, just fantastic. Absolute classic film. William Holden again, kind of in the same way with Richard Widmark, kind of a very, very unappreciated actor. Also co-stars Neville Brand, who plays a right shit in that, I've got to say. A few kind of mixed titles now. Picked up Apocalypto. Did I have this on Blu-ray originally? I think I did. I wanted to pick up the Steelbook. I love this film. I really do. You can say what you like about Mel. I don't know. I love Mel. I try not to judge a guy too much on their personal views a lot of the time, and God knows there's so many other people in Hollywood that have repulsive personal views, so I'm just let it slide. But regardless of what you think of it, this film is magnificent. The whole scope, the sacrificial scene in this, look at it like the main culture, and what we must remember is, as savage as say Spanish exploration was, some of these indigenous cultures of the Aztecs, Incas less to a degree, but definitely the Mayans, who and the Mayans had broken up by this point as well to about 13 city-states. I mean, incredibly savage. I mean, if they weren't so savage, why, in regard to the Aztecs, why did the Tarascans and the Tlaxcalans side with the Spanish? It's years of destruction, But I won't get into too much historical thing, but this is just a great film. The scene in the arena in this, in the oh God, just so good when they're just throwing God knows what at them. It's fantastic. The guy who plays Special props go to the guy who plays the real little shit at the Mayan band in this. But the guy who leads them, his whole look, is he on the back of this? He should be. Yes, he is. He's fantastic in this film. Oh, God, man, when the guy's getting his face ripped into by the Jaguar. Oh, it's just a great film. I love it. I love Apocalypto. I picked up New Zealand film. I like this film a lot. I had it on DVD. This is limited to 50, which signed by the director. It's U2. It's the Redux edition. It's got some. There's kind of some re-editing here and there. When is this? 1870s. A Maori, I think, who's working with the British or the colonial government, finds his village massacred and turns on them. Leads to guerrilla war. Really good film. I really enjoyed it. It's really interesting. I haven't seen the recut version of this, but I suppose a lot of people from New Zealand probably heard of this film. It's a good film, man. I really like it. An underrated Marlon Brando performance. Viva Zapata. Do like this film. I can't, every time I see the ending of this, it gets me. Oh, just the cowardly nature of, he's we'll say the ending, not of Zapata, but let's say his enemies. Anthony Quinn as well just turns up. Love Anthony Quinn. I love him so much. If you want to check out a funny Anthony Quinn story, man, check out his story when, oh God, what's his name? Oh, his name. Oh no. Big black guy, big actor. I love him. I can't think of his name. His name will probably come to me later, but his story about Anthony Quinn, he lived like oh God, what is his name? Oh God, the guy from Stone, I can't think of his name, but definitely check out Stone. I'll remember his name in a minute. But Viva Zapata, it's well worth watching. What is that guy's name? I can't think of his name. God, I love him as well. His name will come to me in a minute. God, it's killing me, his name. It's really... Errol Flynn, Dodge City. Although the ending isn't so great, there's a bar brawl in this which is just fantastic. It's brilliant. It's a great little film. It's quite brutal in some places as well, and I'm a big fan of Errol Flynn. He's probably not everyone's cup of tea, but I love him. Yaphet Kotto was the guy's name. The guy who God, why did I forget Yaphet Kotto's name? He had a story about Anthony Quinn. Read it, check it out, man. It's so funny. It's really funny, man. I really like the story. Yaphet Kotto talking about Anthony Quinn. It's a good one. Right, we've got Sabata, Lee Van Cleef, William Berger. Love that cover art. Really good. Now, the first Sabata's okay. It's got some like comedic elements. My favourite Sabata is one with Yul Brynner in. Do it like this one. It's a real good one, this. I like this. I love Yul Brynner. Another one, a guy just so much style and panache. Just it's a real loss, not having him around. And the third one, which I haven't seen. I haven't seen the third Sabata, which I will check out. I love that cover art of those. Now I picked up a few more westerns here. Bandolero, James Stewart and Dean Martin, George Kennedy's. It's quite a nasty one. This kind of a really kind of sombre ending. Dean Martin's good in this. He's good in this, and so is Stewart. He's looking a bit more grizzled in this. Good finale with this. Yeah, I really like it. You see, some of these films, man, I watched a long time ago, and I'm trying to remember. Now, this one I watched recently. It's a fantastic western. I watched a lot of good westerns recently, but this is Backlash of Richard Widmark. Richard Widmark is intent on knowing what happened at this massacre where 6 people were killed by the Apache. Oh no, was it the Apache, the Comanche? I think it was the Apache. And he's determined to find out what happened to his father. And it's a really good film. The transfer on this as well is beautiful. Great ending as well. Who plays Richard Widmark's dad? Oh, he's a great actor. He's in oh God, he plays a villain in a James Stewart film. What's his name? Oh, is it William Campbell? I think it's William Campbell. This is a great film. I'd really recommend that. Another real favourite of mine. This is Dana Andrews in Canyon Passage. Fantastic film. Set in 1840s or 50s Oregon. Oh God, what's the guy in the loads of the John Wayne? Oh, what's his name? No. Plays a real bastard in this. I was hoping his name would be on the back. I'll probably remember his name in a minute as well. I'm completely just scatterbrained today. This is a great one. The scene in this, one of my favourite scenes, is where all the community come together and they make the foundations and they build this newly married couple a house. Oh, it's just fantastic. It's so well done. It's just, sometimes I think, you know, when you look at those old cabins of the West and you're thinking, how was that made? Did one person make, was it several? But the way the community bring it together, it's so brilliant the way it's done. It's just fantastic. I really, really love that scene. Really the kind of the togetherness of community. Yeah, it's a really good one. Can't think who Dana Andrews has a fight with in that. Oh, what's his name? Oh no, it's killing me, man. I'm forgetting all these names. Ward Bond. God, why am I remembering these names after the fact? Ward Bond, he has a great fight in that Dana Andrews. Last Wagon with Richard Widmark. One of my favourite Richard Widmark performances. This is such a great film. Love it. It's a savage little western. Really nasty. Richard Widmark helps the survivors of this massacre try to get to safety. They're being pursued by, I believe it's the Comanche. No, he's half Comanche actually. He's a quarter Comanche. It's either I'm sure it's the Comanche, not the Apache in this. And it's a really good one. Apart from a little bit hokey in the final scene in court, but it's a really great one. Widmark, man, loads of charisma. Really liked him. And another all-out favourite, I absolutely love Glenn Ford and I love Jack Lemmon. Stelma Davis, this is Cowboy. Jack Lemmon working in a Chicago hotel in, I think, what year are we in? 1890s? Maybe turn the century. I don't think, it's either the 1880s, 1890s, or maybe going into the early 1900s. Working at a Chicago hotel, Glenn Ford, big cattle baron, comes in. Jack Lemmon's falling in love with a girl, Mexican girl's going near the border, and he asks if he can tag along with Glenn Ford's outfit on a cattle drive. It's a great film. Really love it. Glenn Ford, man, such a cool actor. Just doesn't have to try. And Jack Lemmon's performance in this is really good. There's a great chemistry between the pair, man. Really good film. Really, really like it. Now, coming to a film which I don't like, and there's a few of them coming now. This film is just a catastrophe. It really is. It's just embarrassingly bad. Not even fun bad. I picked it up cheap. It's Dracula Untold. As a kind of a fan, a student of history, and I don't mind a piss take in there. This film's just fucking mad. I think the thing that annoyed me, there's so much things that annoyed me in this, just from the campy Janizaris to the, oh god, the ending was just so bad. Charles Dance comes up and turns up for 5 minutes. It's really bad film. Oh god. Oh, really bad. And talking of bad, I mean, there's two more. This is a Screen Factory double feature. I was waiting for a long time for this. We got The Destroyer, and oh man, I really like Lila Zardo. Big, huge beast. Ivan Mosa, good name. You know, this should be like, I mean, my god, I mean, just have him running around killing people in this prison. It wasn't gory enough. It was such a disappointment. It could have been so good. And then Anthony Perkins turns up in Edge of Sanity. Edge of Sanity is such a weird film, and it's kind of shit. I've never seen an actor, Anthony Perkins, who's pretty comfortable in Destroyer, to be fair. He's so uncomfortable in this film, and it's not like an actor choice. You can see whenever he's doing. I mean, there's a scene where he looks like he's about to be part of some threesome. I'm sure it is that, and he's so uncomfortable doing it. You can feel that he doesn't even want to touch these people. It's nothing to do with the character. You can tell he's really uncomfortable in this part. That's the way I found it anyway, and it was a pretty awful film. I've seen that before. I probably won't watch the Blu-ray of it. I watched it on DVD years ago. Another double pack, got Dunwich Horror, Lovecraft, which I haven't seen, Murders in the Rue Morgue, that's really good. Scream, you know, to be fair, you know, they released some good stuff. And another one, while it's not the original, Village of the Damned by John Carpenter, I really enjoy this. I do. I think it's a you know, more than decent remake. It's Christopher Reeve, man. It's sad, man. It's just so sad what happened to him. It's just yeah, it's good. Has a good extra on this when we talk to, oh god, who's that guy in loads of Carpenter films? The go-to guy in my career with John Carpenter, Peter Jason. You know, Peter Jason, one of those guys, even Deadwood as well. As soon as you see him, you'll know who he is. Good. Village of the Damned, I like it. got the Vincent Price Collection 3. And the only film I've seen on here, I saw Tower of London some of it years ago. The only film I've seen fully is Cry the Banshee. That's really good. That's kind of a folk horror. I really like that film. It stars a young Michael Elphick. Oh my god. He's a good looking guy back then. Jeez, I've never seen alcohol destroy someone's face so badly as him. It just, you wouldn't believe, you just wouldn't believe how the alcohol just killed his face. I got some Code Red titles. This is one film that Toddy Walnut sent me, Police Connection. I've said this is just a great film. Okay, The Mad Bomber, Chuck Norris, Grief Father, Neville Brand the Rapist. It's just perfect. I think between, he's so good. Going after him and Vince Edwards the cop trying to stop him. It's just, the ending of this is so funny. Can't just, if you like dummy deaths, please watch it. I was in pieces laughing or spilled a bit there. Move that the way. Right, got another Code Red title. Now this is a Rambo rip-off in the best way. This is brilliant. This is White Ghost, William Catt. Just a shameless Rambo rip-off. Totally uncut, brilliant squibs, brilliant violence, so funny, so over the top, including a stunt where I remember watching it, I thought William Catt really hurt himself there, and lo and behold he did. Go by the Code Red, and I don't normally praise Code Red a lot, but nice sort of transfer, fully uncut. Great interview with William Catt on this. He's an absolute riot. He's really funny. Just tells about his career. Love his story about what's that fucking film in the 80s he did, Baby, oh god, in the Congo, about the dinosaur. His story on that is so funny. I mean, it's not funny. It made me laugh, but it's not funny being part of it. But that is a Rambo rip-off. White Ghost, absolutely brilliant. Some brilliant gore in that. Real good squib action. Now, Trapped. Henry Silva, one of my favourite villains. Not really a backward slasher, more a backward survival film. Great cover art. I really like that. That was used off what? Where was that cover? It wasn't was it a Thai release of it? Yeah, it's really good. Just like a backwards axe wielding Henry Silva, which you can't go wrong with. I love Henry Silva. I can't believe he's still alive. My God, he's good. Fair play to him. He's got to be. Henry Silva's got to be approaching 90 now. I'm sure of it, or at least in his late 80s. Day of the Beast. Alex de la Iglesia. He did Sad Trumpet Ballad, which I loved. Well, The Last Circus is known over here. This is one of his early films. He did Action Mutante, which I didn't really like, but this is so good. Oh god, this is such a funny film. This priest who's he believes the Antichrist is going to be born on, I think it's a New Year. Is it a New Year's? No, it's not. It's Christmas time. Yeah, because it's Christmas Eve. Of course it is, because it's like a reversal of like the Christ. Yeah. He teams up with a rocker, Santiago Segura, and man, it's so funny. There's a fight in this between the priest and Santiago's mother. Oh, I swear to God, I honest to God, I nearly wet myself laughing. It was so funny. I saw it ages ago on DVD. DVD used to be hard to get. Such a fun film. This director, man, he's got such a good sense of humour. Just right off my street. My sense of humour is quite warped, but it really made me laugh. And watching it again, I enjoyed it. Now this is a TV set. Really thoroughly recommended. I picked this up a while ago, and I think it's been cheap. It was cheap on Amazon not so long ago, and it's Twin Peaks. Now I've never watched this, heard great things, and from the first 45 minutes of the pilot, I've never been so totally hooked on a programme. It's just absolutely just unbelievable television. It's what television should be. It's just, it's hard to explain. I'm not going to go into detail about it, but it's just wonderful writing, so madcap, so crazy, so brilliant. Just the whole, I mean, so much good acting, but there's I believe it's episode 9 of series 2, and I suppose everybody would say this. It's one of the last 20 minutes of it is probably the best television I've ever seen, or at least up there. I think Ray Wise's performance is just absolutely one of the best ever. committed to TV. And, you know, I mean, the second season I get, yeah, there's some storylines that are bad. The lad on the bike, James, with some woman, you know, that wasn't so good. No one cared about that. But there was some, you know, Bob as well. Fuck me, Christ. I mean, I never knew about Bob, but my God, it scared the absolute shit out of me in this. It really did. I'm looking forward to, I watched Firewalk with Me as well. Absolutely loved it. Demolished the deleted scenes as well. You can watch that almost as a movie. Can't recommend it enough. It's absolutely mad. I'm sure everybody's watched this. I guess I'm late to the party, but I'm glad for it, man, because, you know, I didn't know anything about it. It's just brilliant. The music as well. Oh, my God. Fantastic. Really good. Now, I left this till last, and there's been a lot of hype about this film. Is it justified? Yeah. Mostly. Not like the Babadook, because I didn't really care for that. I have to be honest, after about 15-20 minutes. But it's The Witch. Right. First off, again, you know, I've heard real good things, and it is justified. Set in the backdrop, 1630s. A father and his family get expelled from a settlement. In 1630s, America. They leave and they build a house, which is probably, they go right out into the wilderness. It's very oppressive film. I felt when I was watching Kill List last time, I felt really the sense of isolation is amazing. The director, this is real directing. I saw some reviews of this where people said I was bored. I was thinking, and you know what? It sums up the generation. I think now it's this. I see it almost like just Paranormal Activities of the generation. Did they have the attention span of a gnat? If there's not a loud noise going on, they're not happy. It's hard viewing. I have to be honest. The family, 2 daughters, 2 boys, mum and the father. The father's trying to get things going, trying to grow his corn, get his crops. He's got a few goats on the farm as well, a few chickens. No, I don't think he's got any chickens, but that doesn't matter. What the hell am I on about? Anyway, the baby goes missing. And the scene with the baby, it's really hard to watch. It's really, really hard to watch. The music's brilliant. A lot of the screaming, shouting, vocal kind of course is really 2001 Space Odyssey. Absolutely, you know, and what's wrong with that? You know, that's a great thing to use. But the first half is probably better than the second. Acting is brilliant. The cinematography is just absolutely just lush. Just the sense of isolation, that sense of a family just living out. You know, no matter what you think of these, just the thought of just living on the frontier, and it's bad enough. Probably, you know, you're worried about maybe the odd native raid to your farm. The fact there's some sort of demonic entity in the woods after your family, that might, you know, make it a bit worse. The second half, I have to say, you know, I would have trimmed off the last 2 minutes of the film. Me personally, I found it a little bit hokey, a little bit went too far. The last 2 minutes, I'm sure you know what I'm on about. Let's say the clearing in the woods. I won't go too far into it, but the bit, let's just say, does thou wish to live deliciously? That line, man, my God, I swear it really did. It gave me chills a little bit. I have to say, it's a really great film. You won't see it's deserving of the applaud. It's again, anyway, last probably 2 minutes I'd probably trim down. Great film. I'd really recommend it. You know, if you like your folk horror, definitely watch it. Performances. The young lad in this, he's magnificent. He's really good. But it's just a great film. You know, no loud noises, none of that. Just acting. See, some horror films forget that now. It's acting. You know, the emotional attachment. You care about this family. You know how many times you watch a horror film, you're like, I don't give a shit. You care. You really do care. You're like, oh God, this is horrible. It's not even worse than the baby's been taken. Great film. Watch it, please. Thoroughly recommended. Yeah. That's in the update. Thank you for watching.